Capable of biting through nails and bending horseshoes into an S at will, and holding back airplanes with only the hair on his head. Who was the mighty Atom? Born in Poland in the year 1893 was a man named Joe Greenstein. As a sickly child who suffered from respiratory ailments, doctors predicted little Joe to die at only 14 years old from tuberculosis. Joe, however, had other plans. After getting caught sneaking into a circus tent, Joe was severely beaten by one of the angry stagehands, but he was saved, eventually, by Champion Volenko, a Russian circus strongman who had shortly after taken Joe under his wing and trained him. For the next 18 months, Greenstein, who traveled with Volenko and the Isakov brothers' circus. He wasn't the same weak boy, however, and after leaving the circus as a changed man, he moved back home, got married to a beautiful woman, and began wrestling under the name Kid Greenstein. Joe's first true test of strength came after he immigrated to America with his family, working in the oil fields in Galveston, Texas. In 1914, there was a man who became so obsessed with Joe Greenstein's wife, he had decided to take Joe out of the picture. He shot Joe between the eyes, but as the story goes, the bullet simply flattened on Joe's forehead. After finding newfound motivation after his near-death experience, he pursued his strongman training with a new vigor, and soon found himself capable of feats that no normal man can do. Soon, he began traveling the country under the name the Mighty Atom. Standing at 5'5" and weighing only 145 pounds, some of his feats of strength included pulling a 32-ton truck with only his hair, holding back an airplane with his hair, which most modern strongmen are bald, so they can only dream of this feat. He also laid on a bed of nails while supporting a 14-person band on his chest. He's broken up to 3 steel chains by expanding his chest. He's capable of removing a car tire from its rim. He's bent steel bars, spike, and horseshoes, all with his bare hands. He has also been known to drive spikes or nails into wooden planks using only his palm. Considered one of the most remarkable strongmen of the 20th century, on September 29, 1928, at the Buffalo Airport, his most well-known feat consisted of him holding back an airplane, accelerating at 60 miles per hour. He attributed his incredible physical strength to his incredible mental strength, saying, "If you think you can do something, you can do something, just by conquering your own mind." He was also a vegetarian, which is a rarity for the time period. Throughout his life, he's always helped people by selling war bonds during World War I and II. During World War II, the Mighty Atom also gave jiu-jitsu and judo training for new recruits in the New York Police Department. So not only could he fold steel into a pretzel, he could also fold people into a pretzel. He was also in the 1976 Guinness Book of World Records for having the world's strongest bite. So, I initially found out about the Mighty Atom through watching a Joe Rogan podcast with Boss Rutan on it, and I remember Boss Rutan talking about one of the strongest men in the world and how he could bite through a stack of pennies. I believe that's what he said. And another thing was just how jacked this guy was at such a small size, and how incredibly strong he was, too. To me, that just kind of stood out and was crazy, and I thought it sounded really cool, and I wanted to make a video on it. Anyway, it's been Bandana Man speaking. If y'all like the video, let me know. Please like, subscribe, show me some love in the comments, and y'all be easy. Later.